Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Now is the time for meditation, including two practices. One is samatha meditation, which is concentration of mind training. And after that, when the mind be peaceful and stop still, the 5 virtues help to eliminate the 5 hindrances which clouded the mind of the normal people. 5 of them are, or hindrance, are sleepy or laziness, restlessness of mind, hatred or ill will, and or sensual desire. Any of these always appear in the general people. Before we develop right wisdom, namely panya, or right wisdom in the characteristics of phenomena, compounding and or non-compounding, to be understand correctly how they are. We got to train our action, speech, and intention to be peaceful and pure by concentration of mind, so that the 5 hindrances can be eliminated from our mind. When our mind becomes peaceful and pure from 5 hindrances, right wisdom in the characteristics of compound and non-compound things will be revealed and will be learned and developed. This is the way to understand thoroughly the 4 Noble Truths discovered and taught by Lord Buddha. Therefore, from now on, let's go on practicing concentration of mind in order to purify our mind from hindrance first. The most effective way to train our mind to be peaceful and stop still at the absorption level. Let's sit in the right position. The right position is normally we have the right leg resting upon the left. This is for the primary sitting. But if you feel uncomfortable, you may change your position. You may change from the right to the left, or any position you feel comfortable. And then, having your right palm resting upon the left, having your right index just touch above the left thumb like this, and put on each other like this, and put on the left. Right? Take a look at the sphere. This is the object we use for bringing our mind components, which are the sphere of vision, the sphere of thought, and the sphere of cognition, to be at the same point. At least to be with the object first, and then to stop still at the center of the object, so that our mind be trained to be at oneness. When the mind be at the oneness, the five virtues help to eliminate the five hindrances will be able to work. So we begin with this method. You see this, and then remember it. Close your eyes gently. Take your long breath and relax. Sit upright. Imagine a sphere as the symbol I showed to you just now. Remember it and focus attention to the center of the sphere, and let the center of the sphere locate at your nostril aperture, at the left side for the lady, the right side for gentlemen. Take your long breath and observe mindfully that your breathing in and out pass through the sphere, but no need to follow your breathing. You recite the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang at the center of the sphere continually to keep your mind components be at the same point, while you observe your breathing in and out, which pass through the sphere, but you don't have to follow your breathing. This is the first station of mind. Then you move the sphere mentally while your mind be at the center of the sphere. Move the sphere inward and then upward to stop still at your eye socket, at the left side for the lady, the right side for gentlemen. You still keep focusing your attention to the center of the sphere, along with reciting the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, continually and mindfully, to keep your mind be at the center of the sphere, continually and mindfully. Then you move the sphere inward to stop still at the center of your head as the third station of your mind stopping. You still keep continuing reciting the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, continually and mindfully. While you close your eyelids gently, you roll your eyeballs backward properly so that your mind components be at oneness and be backward and be ready to be downward. While you move the sphere downward to stop still at your palate as the fourth station of your mind stopping. You recite the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang continually and mindfully. Then you move mentally the sphere while your mind be always at the center of the sphere downward to stop still at your throat aperture. You still recite the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang continually and mindfully while observing the breathing in and out, straight downward to end at the center of the body in line of your navel level. Then you move the sphere downward while your mind be always at the center of the sphere. Move the sphere downward slowly until the center of the sphere to stop at the center of the body in line of your navel level, where your breathing in and out ends and begins from that point. This is the sixth base of your mind stopping. You still recite the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang continually and mindfully, so that your mind components be always at the center of the sphere. Then you move the sphere upward while your mind be always at the center of the sphere to stop still at the center of the body about 2 inches above your navel level, where is the seventh base of your mind stopping. Since this base of your mind stopping is the base where the mind changes according to the factors, whether wholesome or unwholesome. Therefore, we better to concentrate our mind here, the center of the body, about 2.5 inches above the navel level. You may observe your breathing in and out, which pass through the center of the sphere, but no need to follow your breathing. Make your mind as bright as daylight, so that you see the sphere clearly. From now on, at the beginning, you may make a wish that may Lord Buddha's virtues in terms of right wisdom and purity from the word Samma Arahang to be yours. And then make your mind as bright as daylight. Keep continuing reciting the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang at the center of the body, continually and mindfully, so that your mind components detach from all outside objects and even your crude body, so that your mind components perfectly concentrate at the center of the center. To keep your mind be concentrating here, you must be mindful and recite the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang continually and mindfully, so that your mind components be calm down, become more and more peaceful, and then stop still at the center of the body. Whenever your mind components properly concentrate at the center of the body, there will appear your own nucleus, which is very bright and refined. The standard size is about an egg yolk, very clear, refined, pure, and radiant, appear at the center of the body. Whenever you see that, don't be so excited. Calm down your mind. Just focus attention to the center of the sphere, so that your nucleus stops still and become the purest and clearest. You still focus attention to the center of the bright and refined sphere. Go on with this procedure for the time being. Keep continuing reciting the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang continually and mindfully until your mind components be more and more calm down and stop still, until the pure, bright and refined sphere of your own appearing at the center of the body, and then you focus attention to the center of the sphere. Go on with this procedure. you keep continuing focusing your attention to the center of the sphere, while reciting the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, mindfully and continually, so that your mind components be more and more peaceful and subtle at the center of the body. When your mind perfectly concentrates at the center of the body, or at the center of the sphere, there will appear your own nucleus, which is very bright and refined. The standard size is about an egg yolk, or even larger, equal to the sun or the moon. Whenever you see the very bright and refined sphere appearing at the center of the body, don't be so excited. Calm down your mind. Keep focusing your attention to the center of the bright and refined sphere. You will see within the sphere there exists another 5 little spheres. At the center is the space element. At the front is the water element. At the right side is the earth element, while the left side is the wind element. And the rear side is the fire element. You focus attention to the center of the space element, center of the center. You will find very bright and refined little sphere at the center of the center, which is cognition element. You focus your attention gently at the center of the center. When your mind components properly concentrate, the center expands itself naturally to change your mind to be more and more peaceful and purer and purer. There will appear very bright and refined sphere, pop up one after one. You just rest your mind there at the center of the newly more and more refined ones, until you reach the most refined, the brightest one. You still focus attention to the center of the sphere. When your mind components perfectly concentrate, the center expands itself. Your refined human body will appear accordingly, looks very like you yourself, but nicer than the crude body that is not too young and not too old. Whenever you see your own refined human body, which is transparent body, is seen sitting on Draupadi's throne, don't be reluctant. You become that refined human body right away. Focus attention to the center of the sphere, center of the center, until the whole body, the sphere, and Draupadi's throne are most refined. You make your feeling that you are perfectly the refined human body. Then focus attention to the center of the center, so that your mind components detach from the body. Focus attention to the center of the brightest and the most refined one. When your mind components properly concentrate, the center expands itself. The larger refined bodies, purer and more radiant than before, more beautiful, will appear one after one. You become that refined body, focus attention to the center of the sphere at the center of the body until the whole body, the sphere and drop dissolve are most refined. Go on with this procedure. When you feel that the purer, brighter, larger and more beautiful refined bodies appearing one after one, until finally Dhammakaya looks very like Buddha statue, transparent Buddha statue, the purest and the most radiant, of which the size is about 9 meters in height and width, is seen sitting in the large sphere. Whenever you see that, you detach your whole feeling from the cruder bodies to become the purest Dhammakaya. Go on with the same procedure. Focus attention to the center of the sphere at the center of Dhammakaya until your whole feeling, whole body, sphere and drop dissolve are most refined. When your mind components be perfectly concentrated, the purer, more radiant, larger Dhammakaya will appear accordingly one after one. You go on with the same procedure until you see the largest Dhammakaya, of which the size is about 40 meters in height and width. Is seen sitting on drop dissolve within the large sphere, the purest and the most radiant. You become that purer and purest Dhammakaya. Whatever level of concentration of mind leading to vipassana meditation, while you reach and become the purer and the larger bodies and mind. Before you have a rest, when your mind becomes the most peaceful at any level, you can contemplate. The basic contemplation of body is to contemplate at least 5 basic parts of your body, which are the hair upon the head, the hair around the body, the nail, the teeth in the mouth, and the skin. For example, while your mind stops still, be more and more peaceful at the center of the body. You focus attention to the center of the center. Then you wish that you see the hair upon your head as really is. You focus attention to the center of the center, contemplating the hair upon your head at the center of the body. Take a look carefully. You will see as they really are. At the first stage, you will find your hair upon your head is impure and become changed from the black to be gray or white. This means subject to change, be impermanent. You take a look again carefully, you will find that some of them fall down, which means cannot be forever. Anyone attached to it becomes suffer. That means suffering. You take a look carefully again. The one which fell from your head later become destroyed, and non-self of your or mine or their or his, namely non-self. You take a look carefully again, the hair around your body over there, then the nail, the teeth. You can see as they really are, simpler when you contemplate the teeth within your mouth. You will find that your teeth within your mouth is always dirty, be impure, produce bad smell. You've got to brush it often, or otherwise become dirty. Then be impermanent, subject to change. Sometimes become painful, and then finally fall out, be suffering. And those which already fallen from your mouth become non-self of anybody. You keep contemplating the body, namely mindful in the body, within the body, which lead to understanding all bodies, feelings, mind, and phenomena. To see all non-compound things, whether living things or non-living things, are impermanent, subject to change, suffering, and non-self. Then you can develop your right wisdom into the Four Noble Truths, that attachment to these compound things with delusion becomes suffer. And you will see the causes of sufferings, which are cravings or over-desire, cause attachment and suffering. And you will understand that the way to remove this delusion and attachment is to train your body and mind, or to train your action, speech, livelihood to be right occupation, right speech, and right action, leading to right attempt, right mindfully, and right understanding of these characteristics of compound things, leading to understand thoroughly the Four Noble Truths, leading to the perfection of the Eightfold Noble Path, leading to path, fruit, and nibbana, where the mind be pure from the crude and subtle passion. Here is the way to develop peaceful and pure mind up to become Dhammakaya with the purer and purer mind and jhana to attain mukha, fruit, and nibbana status. This is the one of the most effective meditation to be more and more peaceful and purer status of mind, to become Dhammakaya without crude or subtle passion, become the purest state of mind and the right wisdom to eliminate the passion, cravings, and ignorance will make the practitioner to become more and more peaceful, purer and purer state of mind, leading to supreme happiness and the purest state of mind. At the end of the meditation, both concentration meditation and insight meditation, let all of us to extend our loving kindness to all world beings, including our parents, colleagues, friends, and other world beings, which are human beings, celestial beings, Brahman and formless Brahman beings, and also all world beings in suffering worlds, such as animals of all kinds, hungry ghosts, hell beings, and demons. And make a wish that may Lord Buddha bless all of us to lead a peacefully and happy life without problems and suffering forever. All right, receive my blessing. Sabbe Buddha Phalapata Patjeka Nanjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Chena Rakhang Pantami Sapaso Te Atalata Sukita Virunha Buddha Sane Aroka Sukita Hota Saha Sabhe Yatipi Pavatu Sapamanghalang Rakhantu Sapatevata Sapaputta Nupavena Satha Soti Pavantu Te Pavatu Sapamanghalang Rakhantu Sapatevata Sapadama Nupavena Satha Soti Pavantu Te Pavatu Sapamanghalang Rakhantu Sapatevata Sapasangha Nupavena Satha Soti Pavantu Te. Pay homage to Triple Gems. Kneel, everybody. Kneel. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava. Go straight one. Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo proceed to Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sanghan Namami